Hello, hello, hello. Apologies. Got some technical difficulties. I think it should be running now again. James still holding his lead, but friend getting closer. I think we might be good now. Everything seems fine, so welcome back everybody. But still, two Williams have not set a lap time yet. The Alfa Romeo of Ghent has not set a time either. See as SR Racing comes around the final corner. So what time you will get. And it's a 1:36.9, slower than his last time. Still keeping his 8th position. I think signs he's on a push lap. He's right on board with him. Going around pretty smoothly, keeping it in within the track limits, and there's been a yellow flag during the last corner. The Mercedes going into the pits. I hope it's nothing too major. Might have just tapped the pit wall there. Got James on a push lap now again, trying to extend his lead even more. We've got one of the Alpines now on an out lap. Ooh, James just going outside of the lines. I think he might have aborted the lap. There's an Alpha Tauri going slow. Might have just let someone through. On board with the Ferrari of Shazam now. Shazam sets a 1:34.930. Very close to Batman, but not close enough. Still staying behind him with about 2/100th of a second. Just right on board with the Alpine of Speedy Bullet. Might have aborted the lap. Williams of SR Racing going slow to regain some of that ERS. We've got Beast on a push lap. Let's see how he does. Going through the S's as smooth as possible. Seems to be loads of yellows down in sector 3. I'll just be car slowing down. Oh, that's a massive spin. Massive spin by Beast. Loads of oversteer. Unfortunately, has to abort that lap. That's a massive one. Almost touching the wall and the barrier there. We've got one of the Ferraris, I think. on an out lap. It's right on board with Widget, starting his lap. And Bloomer blowing past the time of James with a 1:34.1, securing him that first place. Let's see if James will come out again and try and beat that time. Mr. P likes my music. Where did he find my music? Oh, this is just a regular EA music. It's, I did not put this on or anything. Got Bloomer setting an absolute brilliant time. Anyone else? I think one of the Alpines, the Speedy Bullet, might be on a push lap yet. Now, coming onto the final corner. Round to final corner he goes. To the checkered flag. And he sets a brilliant time, making him into 5th, a 1:34.6. We might have one of the Williams now going in for a push lap. See how he goes on. So that massive hairpin onto a very long straight. Just keeping it inside of the lines. Deploying the DRS. We've got DD Friend on an out lap now, maybe trying to improve his time more. Stay on board with Francis here a little bit. We set the fastest sector 2. We might see him beat Bloomer's time. The yellow flag down in sector 2. Out he comes to the final corner. Round he goes to the line, and that will be a 1:35.4. Maybe not what he expected after that faster sector 2, but he's still got some time to maybe improve. Securing him 11th, and his teammate Glue still not setting a lap. Don't know what's going on there, but sector 3 again, there's a sandwich down there. 2 Hasses making way for the Red Bull. Anyone managed to improve? Got 1:40 remaining. Ooh, was Batman in track limits there? He may have just saved himself. That someone gone off. As you can see, Instinct has gone off into the first corner. Run maybe a little too wide. We've got Bloomer and James staying into the pits. Again's also not setting a time yet. It's right on board with DD Friend as he's about to come around the final corner. He's not managed to improve. He might have been on an out lap. Got 30 seconds remaining. It's right on board here with Instinct. See, to be slowing down a lot, maybe to regain. As it's looking like, we've got Bloomer in P1, James following him in P2. To finish up the top 3, we've got Friend, DD Friend. In 4th, we've got Batman. 5th, we've got Instinct. 6th, we've got Speedy Bullet. In 7th, we've got Beast. 8th, we've got SR Racing. 9th, we've got Shazam. 10th, we've got the Alpine of Sainsy. 11th, we've got the Williams of J. Francis. And Gent setting a last lap, just managing to get himself 11th. I think someone else just improved there as well. I did not catch who though. Sainsy improving and putting right in front of James. Very close. Pushing James down to 3rd. And SR Racing setting the fastest lap just on his last lap. A 1:34.056. Improving massively and taking that first place from Bloomer. We've still got some people on a push lap maybe. Got Shazam, if he can improve. No, he's going to abort that lap. That's everyone, I think, going now into the pits. As it's looking like it's P1 for SR Racing after that brilliant last lap. Got Bloomer in P2. Sainsy climbing himself up into the top 3. James getting pushed down to 4th. DD Friend getting pushed down to 5th. Batman in 6th. Instinct in P7, Speedy Bullet in P8, Beast in P9, Shazam in P10, we've got Gent in P11, Francis in P12, Godzilla in 13th, 14th we've got Widget, 15th we've got Popscong, and we've got Glue in 16th, who did not manage to set a time. Brilliant drive from every of the drivers. The gap to P2 seems to be 0.1. We've got some track limit. Shazam. Got speeding in the pit lane. James only one set of softs, some of them have used 3. And that rounds off our qualifying. Now we're heading into the sprint. See if people can maybe gain or lose some places. And it seems to be wet. Can the full wets maybe come out, or the inters? I'm guessing more the full wets. I'm gonna mess people up maybe. And if you're new here, if you're interested in racing, we have a Discord. The Nightbot may put it in chat somewhere. Maybe in chat somewhere. But if you're ever interested in racing with us, there's always a Discord you can join. You can do some trials and hopefully maybe be in one of these races. Taking a while for some people to load in. as we line up on the grid, and it's 5 lights out, and it's lights out, and away we go. We've got Bloomer taking first place, SR falling down to second. We've got signs he may be trying to go down the inside. James getting pushed round. Got a very few drivers going wide, and there seems to be loads of contacts between the Red Bull and the Haas. Let's see here. We've got Speedy Bullock into 8th, and SR Racing. I think he might have. SR Racing has DNF'd, crashed with 2 other drivers. So the virtual safety car come out. Gonna look at the people who has gained the most. We've got Widget getting 6 places and Shazam, both the Ferraris, getting 6 places. We've got DD Friend losing 8, unfortunately, dropping down to P13. Well, here we've got Francis without a front wing. He may have to delve into the pits. Got Bloomer taking P1. Unfortunately, SR Racing has been taken out. Signs he's staying in 3rd. Scroll down the drivers. No one seems to be having loads of damage except Francis losing his whole front wing. Got Beast right behind him. Got a full safety car now. See the possible strategies. We've got some people going on the 0 stop and maybe on the 1 stop. Staying on the wet tires as it is way too wet for inters. We've got DD Friend going into the pits. And Francis following right behind him. Got Beast also delving into the pits. 3 people in the pits now. Everybody else is staying out. As Bloomer's catching up to the safety car now. Everybody's catching the train now. DD Friend here, trying to catch up to the safety car queue. Francis putting on a new front wing. Got Beasts behind him. Still behind the safety car in these pouring conditions. Lap 1 incident isn't what we like seeing, but it happens, so everybody's slowly catching on to the safety car queue. Got DD Friend already at the queue. Francis following right behind him. Got Beast falling behind a bit. Is that Widget? Widget has spun. And that's the Ferrari of Widget spinning. Putting him back into last. doesn't seem to have any damage, fortunately. We're now putting him at the back of the pack. We're going on to lap 3, still behind the safety car. Everyone closely following behind, making sure there's no contact. Any time now that the safety car could come in. Safety car not planning to go in anytime soon. And as I say that, the safety car is coming in this lap. Drivers get the tyres warm, nice and ready. Got Leugue slowing them down a bit. The Alpine of Sainz are almost crashing into the back of Batman. So I'm just trying to keep the pack very close together as we come around this final sector. Speeding up just a little. Right on board with Leugue for a bit. It comes now. Safety car has delved into the pits. Leugue is gonna start. And off we go with Leugue still grabbing his lead. Making the gap larger from Batman behind. We've got Sainz getting very close to Batman, possibly going for a delve into turn 1. Batman going very wide. Sainz and Batman has spun. Batman has spun and hit the wall, but luckily has no damage. It's lost them all those places. We've got Instinct grabbing P7. And that's Godzilla. Godzilla has been taken out or has spun. Godzilla is out of this race. And another safety car has come out. Got Batman still recovering after that spin. Got Francis just right behind him. Leugue keeping his first place. Sainz taking second. Shazam into third. James right behind them. Nobody seems to have any sort of damage. As another safety car comes out. Very chaotic race this has been so far. 4 laps in. Fortunately, both of the Hasses have DNF'd this race. Very unlucky for the both of them, having started very well in qualifying. We've got Glue going into the pits, but I don't think that's actually him. It might be his AI. Got the McLaren of DD Friend going into the pits for a second time. Ferrari of Widget also going back in. Changing his tyres. Glue going on the intermediates. Very interesting choice. Friend also going on the inters. Widget staying on the hards, and Francis also going on the intermediates. I think the rain might be starting to dry up a little. Time to maybe see some drivers switch some tyres, as we've seen at the back. DD's these two guys fighting back here. DD Friend overtaking the Williams of Glue. Everybody caught up except for Francis, as he's coming now on straight. Everybody's caught up now, all back into the line. I've got some people on the faster inter tires. Looking at these conditions, see if it pays off for them. If the safety car decides to go in, might be staying for another lap. And I think that's people going into the pits. We've got Glue going into the pits again. And we've got the Ferrari of Widget going into the pits. Widget going in on another set of wets. Got Glue, both doing 2 pit stops. We've got Glue going back on the wets. Excuse me. So I've got DD Friend, Francis, Glue, and Widget all on 2 stops. I've got Beast on the 1 stop. Everybody else has decided to stay out on both safety car occasions. Safety car, maybe still staying this lap. See, it might go in. And safety car is indeed going in this lap. Is Bloomer going to try and regroup everybody back together? I think he is. Got everybody still on the wets, except Friend and Francis. Oh, we've got DD Friend getting a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. And we've got Speedy Bullet contact with Ghent. Both grabbing a 5-second penalty, unfortunately. And as we come onto the final corner with Lumiere on board, gonna see slowly pulling away off Sainzy. Sainzy trying to keep up with him. Gonna see if Sainzy is gonna try and stay with him here. With the back of the wheel, the two AlphaTauris staying very close together. And we've got the Batman. Batman and Francis battling here, trading places. And I think Francis has been maybe hit in the back. Got Widget still in last here. Got Bloomer. And that's James with 3-second penalty for multiple track limit warnings. And we've got Gens going around down the inside. Getting very close there. Almost banging the wheels. Is he going to make it stick? No, James gets the right pull away and gets ahead of Gens. We've got SR Racing cheering for Bloomer here. Got the McLaren of DD Friend staying very close to the behind of the AlphaTauri of Beast. And Beast staying right ahead. We've got Batman. Glue taking last place. Bloomer extending his lead by 1.7 seconds. Keeping Sainzy away from him. And there seems to be a yellow flag. Batman. Batman has spun again. It's gonna bring loads of heat into his tires. It's indeed a very wet race. Got Sainzy staying closer to 1 second away from Shazam. James here. Got another yellow flag. We've got Batman delving into the pits one more time. Let's look at the tyres, how everyone's tyres is doing. P12 in the wet for you, Shen. It's all AI driving. Batman going on to the Inters now. Maybe looking at the strategies of the McLaren and the Williams. We've got Shazam. Shazam has spun as well. His teammate going in front of him now. Loads of people spinning because of these wet conditions. But Shazam has become fortunate enough to maybe not pick any damage up. Staying close behind his teammate. Check how the leaders are doing. We've got Batman taking a 3-second time penalty because of multiple warnings. Very unfortunate. Sainzy just closing the gap down. Has closed the gap down all the way to 8/10. Bloomer just gets a better exit onto the last corner. Extending that lead again. Got Gent maybe. Got the Mercedes of Instinct going down the inside of Gent, taking fourth. Gent dropping to P5. Is Gent gonna try and stick with him? He's gonna get pressure from behind, and Gent has slowly pulled away. Staying on the back of that Mercedes. Right on his gearbox. And we've got DD Friend going for the overtake on the Alpine. Trading places as we go with Instinct and James. Is Instinct going to go for the dive? No, he doesn't. He keeps it safe, staying behind James. And that's Batman again into the pits. He's having a very unfortunate race. Got Shazam taking a 3-second penalty as well. Instinct just keeping it very close with Ghent. Maybe also getting the overtake done on James, making it 2 cars at once. Almost bang tires there. But Instinct managed to get both of the cars and goes onto the podium spot. And that Speedy Bullet grabbing another penalty. So we've got the fastest lap here. Got Bloomer on 152. Check here, there seems to be a Mercedes, an Alpine. The Alpine has also unfortunately DNF'd. Alpine of Speedy Bullet has unfortunately had to retire. And I think that is James staying very close to the back of the McLaren of DD Friend. Got Batman all the way up the back. Got 2 Alpha Tauris behind each other, 2 teammates. Got Bloomer slowly getting closer to Batman as he may possibly lap him. Sainzy trying to stay as close as possible. Ghent has done the overtake on, just lost it. As Popscon tries to take the inside, but the door gets closed on him. Again, staying really close, and that is Bloomer taking the win. Very well driven. Sainz taking P2. Everybody crossing the line now. Instinct in P3 after his incredible double overtake. Ghent in 4th. We've got DD Friend in 5th. We've got Popscon in 6th, followed by his teammates Beasts in 7th. Got James in 8th, Widget in 9th, Francis in 10th, Glue in 11th, Shivzam in 12th, and we've got Batman unfortunately lost his front wing. We've got Batman down in P13. That's a very unfortunate drive. And very unfortunate for the both of the Hasses and the Alpine for the DNFs. Stay on board here with Batman as he finishes his last lap of the sprint. Brilliant drive by Bloomer, just keeping that P1, not letting anyone take from him after both of those safety cars. Sainz is staying in P2, Instinct doing that double overtake. Against in P4. Got DD Friend after an interesting strategy option, going for the Inters, securing him 5th, and round comes Batman into the final corner. There we have it, the sprint. Glue taking driver of the day. One more time, we've got Bloomer in P1, Sainz following him in P2. Lastly on the podium we've got Instinct, we've got Ghent, 5th we've got DD Friend, 6th we've got Pops Kong, 7th we've got Beast, 8th we've got James, 9th we've got Widget, 10th we've got Francis, 11th we've got Glue, 12th we've got Shazam, 13th we've got Batman, 14th we've got Speedy Bullet, 15th we've got Godzilla, and last we've got SR Racing. We can see Bloomer and Sainsy staying on the wets, not going into the pits. As we now head on into the main event, onto the race. We're going to have a little pause before the race starts, a little 5-minute break. And if you would like to come back and watch more of these fantastic races with these brilliant drivers, you can see our timetable right there. We've got for Tier 1, we've got Mondays at 8 UK time. We've got Tier 2, we've got Tuesdays at 8 UK time. We've got Tier 3 on Wednesdays. We've got the 100 Performance Realistic tier on Fridays. And we've got the International tier on Sundays at 10 UK time. If you would like to check out our Patreon, as you can see, the link is right in the chat. We just wait for the drivers after this 5-minute break. And if again you are interested to race, there is the Discord. Head on over. We have a brilliant community, very loving. DD Frank getting a bit frustrated about that incident he had, but it happens. Incidents do happen. If any incidents do happen, make sure to clip it and send it to the stewards. Going to a change of conditions now, switching to dry now. Here we go as the race starts. Got 5 red lights, and it is lights out and away we go. We've got Bloomer having not the greatest of starts. We've got Instinct taking first place. Into turn 1 we go. We've got Gent getting forced very, very wide. And we've got, who is that spun around? We've got Instinct spun around, dropped all the way back to last. Beast also getting spun around. Got Bloomer. Loads of stuff is happening. Loads of people are spun out. The Aston Martin of Bloomer also spinning out, unfortunately. And we've got Gent. Gent is out of this race. And it might be another safety car to start us off. We've got loads of people trading places, gaining loads, but also losing, unfortunately. And we've got Bloomer and Beast colliding. Blue taking a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. Gent unfortunately crashing out. Let's take a look at the tyre strategies here. We've got James on the mediums. His teammate, got Pops Kong on the softs, with his teammates going on the mediums. Got Francis on the hards. Shen, yes, unfortunately you do have a 5-second penalty. Got some people glitching out. It might be my Wi-Fi, I'm not too sure. And we go back to racing. Oh, it's a red flag. Seems to be a red flag. Seems to be a red flag. It's going to be a red flag, so we're going to have to restart the session. I have to quit and restart the session. There's unfortunately been a red flag. Too many incidents on track. Everybody please stand by while we get the session restarted. Mr. P will host another lobby. And be on race control. Lobby was unfortunately very, very glitchy. I'm on Doug watch. Don't be mean to Doug, man. He's a brilliant driver. if you guys are enjoying it so far, after that first sprint race, some action going on, make sure to share it with your friends and family. Get your mom, get your dad, watch with the whole family. Some friend requests coming in. The lobby is now open. Have to need to wait for an invite. I've gotten, oh, that's not the right thing. I've gotten an invite. Make sure everybody gets in. Everybody's joining in now. So I think we're missing one more person, and then we're good to go. just happened? What the heck happened? Have to rejoin. Got on the lights. Just hope this time nothing bad happens. Little echo there. Switch to spectate real quick. Mr. Perm, unfortunately, because I am on a PlayStation, the sound alerts do not work. I'm very sorry for that. Maybe someone can refund you those points. Maybe you can do it yourself. Fortunately, they do not work. Godzilla still need to choose his car. Gotten information that Pop Kong's internet has unfortunately stopped working. Might not be able to join us for the race. I know, I think Popscong has made it back to his car. His internet is working again. Tu vivas. Kong was just in his car, but now has left his car. I think Kong has forgotten to choose his car, maybe. Getting the green flags, everybody start readying up. We can get this race started. Just waiting for glue here. Some of the drivers are starting to get a little impatient. There he is. Got all 16 drivers now. Mr. P signaling everybody to ready up. Should have everybody readying up now. There we go. Finally gonna get this started. So we'll wait for everybody to load in. As we wait for everybody to get ready with the setups and tires. As we wait again, if you're interested with racing with us, make sure you jump over there and Hopefully we see one of you guys there. Also, if you want to join our Patreon, we've got a Patreon as well. You can find all the links in chat. There are many ways to support us, but with you just being here, that's enough. Viva depends on what tier you are, and also depends on what tier Doug is. Every driver's starting to ready up now. And off we go, and it's 5 red lights, and it is lights out, and away we go. Everybody heading on to a slow start, but we've got Bloomer still holding his lead. Is that Sainz going to try down the inside, just cannot get it through. We've got the Mercedes of Instinct trying to go maybe around the outside, keeping his third. Got James and Didi Friend staying very close together, battling for that P4. As we've got Batman taking P6, Shazam taking P11, or losing it again to SR Racing. Shazam losing it another place, battling with the Alpine behind. Everybody off to a good start now, no incidences so far. Check the tyres, we've got glue on the hards. Still on the hards. And that is Beast dropping to last. May have had a little spin. But with the leaders again, we've got Sainz sitting right behind and right in the gearbox of Bloomer. But with Instincts also putting under pressure from behind as well. But with James getting put pressure from Didi Friend behind, and Batman trying to get involved with these two. Got Bloomer setting the fastest lap. Is Batman going to try and send it down the inside, and he slows down, not going for the move. Got these three very close together. Got the Alpine right behind him. Is Speedy Buller gonna try and gets through him? He's got to be on some interstellar internet because he's going through the cars now. Something new. Got a little train of these three guys here, all staying right and close of another. Very close battles. Trying to stay on board here. He's got the Aston Martin right beside him. Aston Martin trying to go for the switchback. Right behind him there. Got the hats as well. The Alpine here. And that is Popscong taking a 3-second time penalty. Too many warnings on track limits. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That is France going very laggy. We've got Godzilla going very, very wide. As we head into the S's now, got Bloom is still leading on a 7/10 gap. Slowly but surely growing the gap. Sandy trying his best to stay within the second and maybe try and get a little taste of that DRS. Got Instinct right behind Sainzy as well. Those three making a gap to P4 and James with a 1.6-second gap. Got a little DRS, and that's Instinct sliding through that corner there. Now heading into the DRS zone. Got Sainzy and Instinct on each other's DRS. And we see a potential move from Didi Friend going through on James with the help of that DRS. Putting him into fourth now. Can he get that gap down to Instinct? Got Didi Friend also set in the fastest second sector. Got D3 here, a Ferrari sandwich with this Alpine here. Getting pressure from both Ferraris up front and in the back. See what he will do. Will he go down the inside in the last corner? Yes, he will. Can he make it stick? He can cleanly make it stick without any contact. But we've got Widget with got Shazam with the DRS. Both Ferraris DRS on the Alpine. Can he get down the inside? No, he can't. Do the Ferraris touch? Almost. We've got Popscong trying to get involved a bit. France is getting pressured from Beast behind. Glue following. And we've got the two Hasses at the back. Got Sainzy was managed to close down the gap a little bit to Bloomer. But slowly sliding through that corner there. We've got Sainzy again with the DRS on Bloomer. Will he try and go for that overtake? Getting very, very close. Is anyone? I see a Ferrari trying for the overtake on the Alpine. Shazam can he make it stick? He can. Beautiful overtake down the inside of the Alpine. Heading into the last couple of corners. Speedy Bullet still trying to get that place back he lost. But Shazam just closing the door slowly on him, not letting him past. We've got Batman still trying to all over the back of that McLaren. Slowly lost it through that corner there, into the final corner now. Got Sainzy closing the gap really, really tightly. That's Godzilla with a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well, unfortunately. Got Beast dropping down. Godzilla getting overtaken by his teammates into the last corner. And Beast going into the pits. I've got yellow flag. That's just Beast going in. got Sainz and Bloomer staying relatively close, leaving the others a second behind them, almost two. Instinct not trying to give up though, trying to keep up with the two up front. Sainz try with the DRS here on the straight again for the fourth time. He's gonna try, is he gonna make it? He does make it. He's got Bloomer all around the back of him. Into the lead goes Sainz with a beautiful overtake with the DRS. Got Instinct falling back 2 seconds now, unfortunately. We've got Speedy Bullet getting put under pressure by the both of the Ferraris, trying to get around Shazam, also getting put on pressure with Widget behind him. Speedy Bullet is not giving up though, trying to stay as close as possible, try not to get any contact in. Is he gonna try with the DRS, staying right in the DRS behind? Can he get? He is gonna wait with the overtake. Nice and close behind. Well, James 4/10 behind the Aston Martin of Ghent. Let's see how these two get on with the battle that is also happening behind them. Well, Speedy Bullet getting a really close now, just wanting to get through but just not getting the chance. Shazam defending like a beast right here. Can he get through with the DRS though? Both of them have DRS. Got Godzilla with another penalty, unfortunately. Is he gonna try, or is that Ferrari just too quick on the straight lines? He cannot get it done, unfortunately. Got Widget has catched up a little bit more now. James slowly falling back. And we've got Sainz extending his lead furthermore. Bloomer trying to stay within that DRS. Or Instinct still a second ahead of DD Friend, but DD is fighting to get within that second. Now Speedy Bullet's getting real close here now to the Ferrari, still gluing to the back of his gearbox. Can he maybe try with the DRS, getting almost side by side? The Ferrari not having any DRS now, major uphand for the Alpine. Will he go into turn one, round the outside? No, he does not, unfortunately. But James closing the gap more to Ghent ahead. See if he can do anything maybe in the upcoming DRS zone. Speedy Bullet losing some time. These two have been fighting the entire time. Glue has lost connection. Speedy losing some time now. James also losing some time. Keep an eye on these two because they are just battling it out. Ferrari ahead, still not having any DRS and also recharging on his ERS. Now Speedy getting very close. He might have touched him a little bit. And that's Widget going wide. Trying to stay as close as possible. And Ferrari is just too quick on the straight lines. Got Glue, who's AI, is getting fairly close to SR Racing. Shazam now, getting closer on James ahead. James ghosting. Will he try and get ahead of James's ghost? He does get ahead, so does the Alpine. James falling back 2 places now. Shazam into P7. Got Francis not so far behind. Speed still just trying very, very hard to get past. The Ferrari is doing a great job at defending right now. Heading into the DRS now. Has to have a good exit to get a run on the Ferrari. The Ferrari behind having DRS on him as well. Will he try and make a move? Will he try and make a move? He makes it stick into the corner now and comes out ahead. Beautiful overtake. Finally getting ahead of the Ferrari after many, many tries. Now can he make it stick so that the Ferrari behind cannot get him again? God Sainz is just absolutely smashing it. Growing the gap as much as possible. We might see a potential battle between Ghent and Batman here, as he has been let off the pressure behind. Again, getting the DRS on Batman now. Closing that gap into the first corner. Not risking the dive bomb. And these two back here still fighting for that P7 spot. Ferrari not willing to give it up and trying his best to get it back. With his teammate behind Got the two Williams back here and Godzilla. With UFRL Beast unfortunately having to retire his car. Got Ghent here getting awfully close. And James getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Can we see Ghent try a move on Batman? He's going to get awfully close. Side by side now into the corner. Almost banging wheels. Ghent comes out on top, leaving just enough space. Will Batman keeping it close and tidy? Another battle going on here. Can Ghent keep that P5 away from Batman? Now going into another DRS zone. Ghent's in some trouble here now. Got here SR Racing and Pop getting awfully close to each other. And that's SR Racing getting a little too wide. See if he can do anything with the DRS here now. As he opens that rear wing. Getting closer and closer to that Red Bull. Into turn 1 now. Can't get there quick enough to make the move. As we still got Batman and Ghent battling it out here. Going through the S's now. Popscon getting a 3-second time penalty again for multiple warnings. And there seems to be a virtual safety car. Is that Godzilla? Godzilla has lost his front wing. That is very unfortunate. Virtual safety car has been deployed now. May not be too severe for a full safety car. Have to go into the pit for that one. I'm trying to get as close as possible for that restart. Batman, the DRS has been enabled again and the virtual safety car has ended now, back up to racing speeds. Let's see from the leader's point of view, we've got Sainz 2.2 seconds ahead of Bloom in P2, for Instinct in P3, trying to get that gap down to P2. Got Batman again still at it. Very close, and that's Popcorn delving into the pits. going into the pits now as Popscon, and that's a virtual safety car again. What has happened? And that is Jay Francis losing his front wing. Let's see here, the tires maybe. Got glue on 10. Everybody's on 10 lap old tires. That's Francis going in to change his wing. Kong on new mediums. Francis on new hards, and the rest all on the used tires. You've got Godzilla coming in as well for a new wing. And Bloomer getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. That is not something you would want to get. That signs you on a penalty as well. They both got a drive-through. Pop's getting a drive-through, Signsy and Bloomer, all three getting a drive-through penalty. Shazam a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Godzilla having 6 seconds. Got Instinct overtaking. Got DD Friend here and Bloomer battling, but Bloomer goes and might serve his penalty now. It gets that off his shoulders and make him focus more on the race. DD Friend jumping onto the podium positions now. Just having a DRS with some clean air in front. Got Instinct taking P2 now. Signs is still waiting with his drive-through penalty. Got Bloomer doing his penalty now. Into the pit exit now. Dropping down to P10. Coming just behind James. And that's a 3-second penalty for Batman. Also multiple warnings. See here, we've got Speedy Bullets trying to get into the DRS of Batman. Now opening that rear wing, getting that extra boost he needs. Stays behind him. Maybe going to dive into the corner here. Side by side now. Can take that inside, a slightly touch. Speedy getting that overtake. Just quite done. When Batman not giving up, defending that position, and just losing out. Speedy taking that P5. Batman staying as close behind as possible. Got SR maybe trying to get an overtake down on Bloomer. Bloomer on the softs. Can he get that overtake done? Going out into the last couple of corners. Then onto a DRS straight. Batman getting a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Bloomer going in for a stop. Such as Sam also in the pits and Batman also in the pits. Gonna ride on board here with Signsy as he grows his lead further and further. But nobody in his mirrors, too close. Everybody being spread out by at least a second now. And try and over push the tires. Is anyone going to try that and maybe close down the gap? Batman trying his best to close that gap, but just not quite there yet. Godzilla got people on brand new set of mediums. Popscon getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Check the penalties. We've got Batman getting an 8-second penalty Popscong and Godzilla both getting a 9. Shazam and James. More people going into the pits now. Got DD Friends changing his front wing and going on the hard tyre. We've got Widget also changing his front wing and also going on the hards. Has anyone else gone into the pits? We're getting close to the first pit window. Popscong getting very close to Francis. Try with the DRS. Stays behind him. Has the Haas behind him as well. Is he going to try and make a move into turn 1? He does not. Come on the faster tyres. Try to stay as close behind as possible, but being put under pressure by Godzilla behind him as well. Godzilla closing the gap in as well. These three just staying very, very close to each other. Francis trying to keep the Rebel away, not letting him past. As we've got Instinct. We've got Ghent and Speedy Bullet both going into the pits. Instinct's right at the back of James, opening the rear wing. Cannot get it down to turn 1. Got G3 back, he's still battling it out. Is that Godzilla going for... And they touch. Francis unfortunately gets to touch that rear right tyre of Godzilla and making him spin around. That's very unfortunate. But fortunately not getting any damage. Godzilla continues. That's Ghent staying very close behind that Alpine. Trying to stay behind him. Ghent getting a 3-second time penalty for ignoring track limits. Multiple warnings. Got Instinct going for the move on James. Give him all the space he needs. Closing it down, making it very tight. Locks up his left front. Makes the move stick and goes into second place. But that's a yellow flag. Godzilla might have had a little spun. Sainz just absolutely dominating this race so far, and Godzilla, and that's a Ferrari going slow into sector 2. Might have had a little spinner there as well. Welcome in, Cuckoo. Got Glue not too far away from that Red Bull. Speedy Bullet staying within that DRS of Batman. Might be yellow flags here. That's Bloomer getting a 3-second time penalty. Speedy Bullet, very close. Is he going to try with the DRS again on Batman? Into the zone they come, opening that rear wing. Getting side by side now. Batman defending it. Can he get it done? Side by side now. Into the corner they go. Still side by side. Very close racing. Can he make it stick? Giving him all the space he needs. And Speedy makes it stick. And Ghent also getting involved, overtaking the Red Bull of Batman. DD Friend also getting a little dive down the inside there. Overtaking Batman, losing their 3 positions. Batman getting a penalty for multiple warnings. That's a very big snap of oversteer there. Potentially losing loads of time. It's James going into the pits now. Got most people now on the hards and the mediums, but James going with the gamble and trying on the soft tyre. Stay on board here with Batman as he recovers from that little snap. Staying very, very close. DD Friend is trying to minimize the gap to Bloomer, but Bloomer on the faster tyres, slowly pulling away. Slowly bringing that gap down, doing his best. Got Gens on the hard here as well. Got Zilla getting a 3-second time penalty. Got Sainsy finally delving into the pits, going on the soft tyre. We've got Instinct now leading. And Shazam in P2. Sainsy coming out maybe in P3. Drops down to P4. Into the pit exit now. Goes all the way down to P5. Got Bloomer and SR Racing. SR Racing going into the pits. And DD Friend also putting on a new set of soft tyres. Got a virtual safety car. Some contact might have happened between these two here. Some damage somewhere on the track. And Sainz getting a very unfortunate drive-through penalty. But these two guys not too far from each other. Got James safety car, the virtual safety car is now gone. Got James on both on the softs, gonna get that rear wing open, trying to get past SR Racing, sitting right close behind him with that front rear wing open. Is he gonna try and go down the inside into this corner? He is, and he gets through. But SR Racing not giving up yet, trying to stay as close as possible. So going through these tight corners now. But James just managing to stay ahead and leave SR behind. SR still not quite want to give up now. Staying as close as he can. We've got Instincts going into the pit, Sainsy going into the pit for his penalty, and Gens going into the pits. Or DD Friend also still a drive-through penalty. For SR, right in the back of James. Might have just missed an overtake here. Gens. Got Widget getting a 3-second time penalty. Gens just staying and pushing these hard tyres to the absolute maximum, trying to get in and trying to stay close with that Ferrari ahead. Now going down into the hairpin, into the DRS zone as well. And we've got Batman and Godzilla. Godzilla diving into the pits. Can we see a potential overtake here? We've got SR and James still battling it out. And that's Godzilla going into the pits now. We've got SR setting the fastest sector 2. Very, very close. And that's Red Bull gone off. That's a Red Bull gone off. That's Pops Kong has gone off into turn 1. Making Godzilla catch up to him and potentially go for the overtake. As we go back to SR and James. Very, very close. James staying within and going side by side now through with the DRS into turn 1 now. SR keeping that inside line. Going past James like it was nothing with that DRS. Now PRV widget here in a sandwich here. DD friend having just a little snap there. We're just staying within 3/10 of Gens ahead. Can he get through? Maybe. We've got DD very, very close on behind. Is DD going to go for the overtake? Loads of pressure from behind there. Will they go for the overtake? They come now into the DRS zone. Getting that rear wing open now. Trying his best, but the Ferrari also having DRS, but he gets through. Now let's see going into the corner if he can also get Gent ahead. The Ferrari not want to give up. Staying behind with the DRS. DD getting with that beautiful overtake. But staying relatively close behind Gent on the faster tyres. Gent on the harder tyres now. Got DD staying very, very close. DD going into the pits to serve his drive-through penalty. Making him potentially lose out a top 10 finish. See what's going on here with Instinct through the S's now. Very, very close behind of Bloomer. Not to mention Bloomer has a 3-second time penalty that will be going in after this race. He either has to grow that gap. Instinct just not letting him go. Now into the DRS. Bloomer having no DRS. With that rear wing open, the Mercedes goes side by side with the Aston Martin. Aston Martin having no chance but to concede the place. Just carefully going into the corner, makes it stick. Beautiful overtake. Gonna look here on Sainz in the Alpine. May possibly going for another overtake at James. Got Pops Kong down here. Also very, very close on glue with the DRS around into turn 1. Gets it done nicely. Pops Kong takes P13. Tires, please. There you go, Viva. We've got the McLaren of DD on softs. Got 4 people on the softs. Got Shazam in the lead with 3 seconds. Not to mention he has a time penalty. Got James not letting Sainz go, but slowly fading away. Got SR Racing getting very, very close there. Is he going to send it down the inside? No, he's not. He's going to wait for the DRS now on the Aston Martin. Now he opens his rear wing, giving him that boost, but the Aston Martin ahead also has DRS on Instinct. Staying very, very close behind into the DRS chain. Is Bloomer going to go for that overtake on the Mercedes? They go side by side. Bloomer going wide off the racetrack. Francis retiring, and that's a safety car. Instinct was not leading. Now a safety car has been deployed because of Francis' unfortunate DNF Instinct getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Shazam going into the pits. We've got Speedy following him in the pits, and we've got Instinct hitting the pole there. Another drive-through penalty. Everybody delving into the pits now, changing their tyres, going... Shazam got a drive-through penalty too. I do think so. Yes, Shazam has got a drive-through penalty. Everybody going onto the soft tyre now. As Shazam catches up with the safety car. Staying behind, warming up his tyres. Got 5 laps left. Instinct has gotten 2 drive-through penalties for speeding under the pit lane. Godzilla getting an 18-second time penalty. Speedy Bullet staying clean off the penalties for now. Shazam still has to go in for the drive-through, and so does Instinct behind. Seems to be a Red Bull going into the pits now. Got the top 7 grouped together now. Behind we've got BD. Catching up to the queue now. Again, also catching up. Everybody has caught up except for these 4 at the back. Being very, very behind, unfortunately. Is the safety car gonna plan to go in this lap or not? So it's gonna stay out for another lap. It's gonna stay for 1 more lap. Maybe giving the Red Bulls and the Haas and the Williams a chance to catch up to the queue and get those last minute positions. Got Bloomer and Instinct trading positions. Got the 2 Red Bulls now on the main straight. Wonder when Shazam and Instinct are going to do their drive-through. That has to be done. Oh, sorry. Now the first Red Bull catching up to the back now. See how his fellow teammate is doing. Not too far behind. Has just some catching up to do. As we head into the last sector with the leaders here all bunched up together. Is the safety car going to come in this lap, or is it going to stay for another? Looking like it might stay for 1 more lap. It is going to stay for... No, it is going in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. Now we've got Shazam warming up his tires before he goes through to the last corner. Got him grouping up everybody. Glue just not making it. Just made it to the... And off we go for 5 more laps. Shazam getting a good start, and off goes Instinct, going on the overtake on Speedy Bullet. Speedy Bullet dropping 3 places, losing to SR, Bloomer and Instinct. Got some very close action now, with James saying very close to Speedy Bullet now. We've got Gent very, very close, right on his on the gearbox of DD. See how this is going to play out once they get into the DRS zone. Going cleanly through the S's. Got Godzilla into the wall. Godzilla into the wall and losing his front wing again. That is very, very unlucky for the Haas driver. Losing his front wing with with so less laps remaining. Got James trying maybe round the outside. Going for the switchback, has not been able to make it. So on board with Speedy Bullet, getting into a triple sandwich here, and he gets touched on the rear and loses it. Drops down onto the grass. That is something you don't want to see. Got PR here, Widget on the back of the McLaren, but also getting under pressure by Batman from behind. Let's see how this will play out. And that is Instinct going into the pits to serve his drive-through penalty. But Ferrari going for the overtake on DD Friend. Can he make it stick down the inside? He cannot, unfortunately. Not having just the right momentum to get through. Now we've got Sainzy and Gorilla getting another penalty for speeding. And Speedy also getting a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That is not what you want to see, definitely not in this position he's in right now. We've got Bloomer right in the slipstream of Sainz. Excuse me. Getting very, very close. Going to go side by side now into the hairpin. Can he make it stick? He cannot. Sainz is just staying ahead, but Bloomer keeping on his gearbox. Not letting him go, not wanting to let him go, and that's a yellow flag into sector 1 for Godzilla. Ahead we've got the leader, Shazam, who still has a drive-through penalty. But SR Racing, who had a very unfortunate... DRS has now been enabled. And we might see some more of a soft tire now. Got Hobbs Kong and his teammate going into the pits, and that's a Mercedes of Instinct going for his second drive-through. Glue coming now. Speedy Bullet. Very, very fast driver. Still behind on James. Got the McLaren on Widget. Into the DRS detection zone. Now into the hairpin for the DRS zone. Can he got a better exit than the Ferrari? Ferrari just pulling away. Now the McLaren opening the rear wing, staying right behind. Now going side by side into that corner. Can he make it stick with the DRS? He just managed not to touch leaving him space, but the Ferrari just cuts through, not wanting to let him go. These two have been fighting the entire race now. All comes Ferrari just not wanting to let that position go. But DD not wanting to let, and Shazam is now going in for his drive-through. On we go with of race final lap now. We've got SR leading. We've got no penalties. 1.6 seconds ahead. Got Sainz, no penalties, and that's a Haas letting him through, getting blue flags. I don't know what Godzilla's doing there, but as long as he doesn't get in the way. Got Widget on his teammate now, on this very last lap. Can Widget just get ahead of his teammate? His teammate having less penalties than him though. Got Gent also trying to get close. Very, as they get into the first DRS zone. Gent now opening that rear wing on the Alfa Romeo of James. Can he make it stick, as the Alfa Romeo ahead also has DRS? Now we have the truck does not make it stick, unfortunately. Not giving up as they head into the last sector of the track. DD getting a penalty, 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Sainz also getting a 3-second penalty. And we've got SR round in the final corner now, seeing the checker flag. SR taking the win. What a brilliant drive. And P2 we have Sainz, P3 we've got Bloomer. Got Gent managed to take P5 at the end, and DD managing to get P8. Last two here to the checker flag. And we got Instinct down in P11 after having that unfortunate drive-through penalty. The Red Bull of Batman now rounding onto the checker flag. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is round 8 of UFRL SR Racing getting the driver of the day. Well deserved after that awesome and amazing drive. Thank you guys very much for coming here. I hope you guys enjoyed the race. Congrats to all the drivers. Congrats for SR for winning the race. Beautiful drive from everybody. Very unfortunate to the people who had to DNF. But very well deserved by SR Racing. Brilliant battles. I'm your host, Jordi, and thank you for having me. Brilliant race. Unbelievable. Thank you all very much for being here. And I'll see you guys on the next race. I've been your boy, Jordi, and I'm signing off.